I don't know if you guys have the same problem I do, but my office is located on the complete opposite end of the house that my furnace is, and so it never heats up all the way, and it's always cold in there. That's why I got this Dreo Space Heater, so today I wanted to review it for you, share my thoughts on it, and if you guys are interested in it, I'll put a link in the description below for you guys to check out. Starting off, as you can see, it looks pretty nice. Nice quality material. This is like plastic, it has a vent. It's like a heater would look. I don't really know how to describe it. You can see it for yourself. But this is like a medium-sized one. They actually have one on their websites that's smaller, and they have some on their website that is larger. But the reason I got this one is because I felt like it was the right size for me, and also this one has oscillation where it rotates back and forth, which is really nice because the old heater I used to have was like small, compact, and then it just blew right into my leg, and my leg would be like scorching hot, but the rest of my body would be cold. So this oscillates. It just does a better job dispersing the heat throughout the room so that you get an even heat, and then I'm not just burning my legs, but my hands are freezing. So that's why I got this one. Also, when it comes to dispersing heat, this one is supposedly supposed to put out a nice even heat that like goes a decent way into the room rather than just getting taken up and going up higher. So if you actually look at this graph I'll put up on the screen for you, it actually shows this heater does a better job at just dispersing the heat. Something else that I really like about this heater is that it comes with a remote, and this is really handy because before I used to have to keep my heater right next to my legs because that was the easiest and most convenient for me to turn it on and off, but now I can actually put this on the opposite end of the room. That way it heats up the whole room and not just sweat me out. It does a better job at just putting a comfortable temperature through the whole room, and then I can just control it with my remote if I ever need to shut it off, turn it up, turn it down. It's just really convenient that I have this so that this doesn't need to sit right next to my legs. So let's plug this bad boy in and show you how it works. Did you hear that? Once you get it plugged in, there's gonna be a little red power cord right here that lights up that lets you know that you're getting power to your device. And then once you want to turn it on, again, you can use the remote or you can use the control panel up top. It's the exact same thing as the remote. So either way, you can actually control it straight from the device or you can use the remote. So right now it's on heat level 1, which is their lowest temperature, but you can also switch it to heat level 2, which is a little bit warmer, and then heat level 3, which is their highest level of heat that this thing will put out. Feels super warm, comfortable, cozy. I could just like curl up here, take a nap. Actually, that's pretty warm on heat level 3. Let me turn it back down to 1. Not only can you adjust this by the 3 different heat levels, but you can also set this to eco mode, which will allow you to set the exact temperature you want to keep your room in, and then this will just adjust the heater to kick on warmer or cool down a little bit, just to regulate it to the temperature that you chose for it. And then all you have to do is hit the plus or minus button to set the temperature you're looking for. So 75, boom, I'm gonna set it to 75 in here. It's currently 71 in here right now, so this just lets you play with it, fine tune the heat that you want to be in your room. And then if you don't want any heat at all, you can actually change the setting one more time to just be the fan. And now it's just blowing air out of it. It's not gonna heat up your room or anything like that. This is kind of like a standby mode, I think, but that's it. And then back to heat level 1. So I usually actually keep it on the heat level 1, 2, or 3. I don't use the eco mode as much because I like to crank up the heat really warm, and then I'll just shut the heater off if I don't want the heat on anymore. So that's kind of me. I'm the same way like with the AC or the heat in my car. It's either like all or nothing. I don't ever like fine tune the dial to be like lukewarm. It's like burning hot in my car or it's cold. So that's just the way I do heat. That's me. And then like I mentioned before, there's the oscillation button that you can press, and then it's gonna just swivel the heater back and forth. There's also another button on here, which is the volume button, which will take away that beep sound if you want it to. So now when you cycle through modes, you're not gonna hear the beeping. And then there's actually still one more button on this remote, and that is the timer button. So if you're someone who wants to shut your heater off after a certain amount of hours, you can do that just by hitting the heater button and then keep tapping it to set how many hours you want it to shut off in. So if you want it to shut off after 5 hours, then it'll do it. It goes all the way up to 12, and then it'll be back down to 0. So if it's on 0, then it won't shut off. It'll just keep staying on. Something else I wanted to point out about this heater before I turn it off, because I'm getting really warm right now actually, is that this heater is really quiet. So if you just listen to this, That's pretty quiet. And that's really nice. So I could probably keep this on when I'm on a Zoom meeting and it wouldn't be distracting. You wouldn't hear it. It's not overbearing. So that's really nice that it just comes in at a low volume level. That way I can work and keep it on throughout the day and it's not going to be distracting. Level 3, this is the loudest it'll sound. And it's not even that loud. Okay, I need to turn this off. I'm getting super warm. Okay, this is something that I don't love about this heater is that it has a timer when you shut it off that it just counts down. I guess this is because you can cancel it if you really don't want it to shut off. But a lot of times I'll like go to turn it off and I'll leave the room and I'll think like, did I or did I not turn off the heater? I can't remember. And that's because it like takes 15 seconds for it to power down. So that's something that like, it confuses me sometimes when I'm like looking to leave my office and I just go into another room. I double guess myself and I'm like, did I actually shut the heater off or is it still on? Something else I wanted to point out about this Dreo heater is all the safety features that it comes with. It actually does a good job at making sure you're safe. You're not going to burn down your house when you use this device. So one of the features it has is that if it gets too hot or overheats, it will automatically shut off. And I forget the temperature. I think it's like 158 degrees. Could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. Anyways, it'll shut off if it gets too hot, so that's nice. The second safety feature is that if you actually do forget to shut off your heater, it will automatically turn off after 24 hours of running. Another cool safety feature about this is that if the device is on and it's running and you have an animal or a kid or anything like that that accidentally knocks your heater over, it's gonna automatically shut off. So you can hear it beeping right now. It's letting me know that it's not good. I don't know how long it takes. It's probably that same timer that shuts it off. There. It's off. It just took a minute. So it's nice. If you knock it over accidentally, it'll send those beeping alerts off to let you know it's knocked over, but then it will automatically shut off on its own. That way you're not gonna burn a hole in your rug or wherever you have this placed in your room. It's not gonna catch on fire and cause a problem. So I like all the safety features that this device comes with. Overall, I'm really pleased with this heater. I think it fits great in my home office. So if you work from home or if you have a cold office where you work in a group of people and you want something to heat you up, I feel like this is a good choice. It comes in at a reasonable price, has safety features, oscillates, keeps me warm. That's about it. So if you want to check it out, I'll put a link in the description below and I'll catch you on another one.